For centuries, the Vatican's secret archives have inspired wild theories and stories of hidden truths. The name conjures images of forbidden knowledge and conspiracies locked away from the world. But the real secret? It's all in the translation. The Latin word secretum simply means private, not hidden. The archives were never meant to be a vault of dangerous secrets, but the Pope's personal records, letters, official documents, and the day-to-day business of the Holy See. In 2019, Pope Francis renamed them the Vatican Apostolic Archive, clearing up centuries of confusion. The new name invites us to see the archives for what they are, a treasure trove of history, not a den of conspiracy. These archives preserve the truth, not hide it. They contain correspondence with kings, petitions from commoners, and the chronicles of the Church's journey through time. The real legend was a misunderstanding of a single word. Now, the doors are open for us to explore the true story of one of history's oldest institutions. The Vatican Apostolic Archive is not about secrets. It's about preserving the world's past. The only real secret was the meaning of the word itself. Imagine a library with shelves stretching 85 kilometers, over 50 miles, housing more than 12 centuries of history. The Vatican Apostolic Archive is a living record, not just of popes, but of the world. Early papal records were scattered and often lost to war and chaos. In the 17th century, Pope Paul V centralized the archives in the Vatican, creating the institution we know today. For centuries, only a select few could enter, fueling rumors and speculation. That changed in 1881, when Pope Leo XIII opened the doors to scholars worldwide, believing the Church had nothing to fear from the truth. Today, researchers flock to the archive, uncovering stories from its endless shelves. Documents are released 75 years after a pope's reign, balancing privacy with historical insight. Each year, more history is revealed, making the archive a constantly evolving source of knowledge. The Vatican Archive is not a relic. It's a dynamic testament to the importance of preserving our past. It's a place where history is unlocked, not hidden. The archive's true power lies in its openness to discovery. It's a bridge between centuries, connecting us to the world that came before. The Vatican Archive is more than papal decrees. It's a window into everyday medieval life. It holds official acts, state papers, and, most fascinatingly, the correspondence of people from all walks of life. In the 14th century alone, over 100,000 documents reveal everything from royal negotiations to a farmer's plea over a land dispute. The papacy was deeply involved in daily affairs, not just distant politics. Famous documents include the English Lord's petition for Henry VIII's annulment and the trial records of Galileo. But the most moving are the personal letters. Michelangelo discussing his art, communities begging for help during plague. Each document is a piece of a vast puzzle, bringing the medieval world to life. The archive lets us see history not as legend, but as the lived experience of real people. It's a time machine, powered by paper and ink. The Vatican Archive doesn't shy away from the Church's darkest chapters. The Avignon Papacy, from 1309 to 1376, saw popes living in France, entangled in political intrigue and excess. The papal court became notorious for corruption. Pope Clement VI's lavish feasts and jewel-encrusted robes were legendary. Money could buy anything, even forgiveness. Scandals were public, not hidden, and even church insiders criticized the papacy's behavior. Theological crises erupted, like Pope John XXIII's controversial teachings about the afterlife. The archives preserve records of these debates and condemnations, documenting the Church's struggles and failures. This history wasn't suppressed. It was recorded for all to see. The Avignon era is a lesson in the dangers of mixing spiritual power with worldly ambition. The Vatican Archive doesn't hide the Church's mistakes. It preserves them as warnings and lessons. It's a reminder that history is complex, filled with both faith and failure. The truth is in the open, not locked away. The Vatican's secrets aren't just on paper. They are built into its very walls. The Passetto di Borgo, a hidden passageway, connects the Vatican to Castel Sant'Angelo, a fortress on the Tiber. In 1527, as Rome was sacked, Pope Clement VII escaped through this passage while his Swiss guards made a heroic last stand. The Passetto is a lifeline, a symbol of the dangers popes have faced and the lengths they've gone to survive. Castel Sant'Angelo, once an emperor's tomb, became a papal fortress and refuge. The passage still stands, rarely open to the public, a silent witness to centuries of intrigue. It's a reminder that the papacy has always balanced spiritual leadership with real-world threats. The Vatican's history is written in stone as much as in ink. The Vatican's story is full of surprises, defiance, diplomacy, and even a trip to the moon. In 1938, when Hitler visited Rome, Pope Pius V closed the Vatican's doors and left the city, making it clear the dictator was not welcome. This bold gesture showed the Church's refusal to bow to tyranny. The Vatican museums also hold treasures from beyond Earth-Moon rocks, and a Vatican flag that traveled to the moon with Apollo 11. These were gifts from President Nixon to Pope Paul VI, symbols of peace and humanity's reach for the stars. The world's smallest state has a piece of the moon, a testament to its unique place in history. The Vatican is not just ancient, it's engaged with the modern world. Its archives and museums reflect both the tragedies and triumphs of our times. From resisting dictators to celebrating human achievement, the Vatican story is always evolving. It's a bridge between the sacred and the scientific, the past and the future. The Vatican's legacy is written in both history and stardust. The Sistine Chapel ceiling is more than art. It may hide a secret message. Michelangelo, who studied anatomy, painted God surrounded by a red cloak in the creation of Adam. Some experts believe the cloak's shape matches a cross-section of the human brain. Was Michelangelo suggesting that God's greatest gift was not just life, but intellect and consciousness? In an age wary of science, this hidden brain could be a bold statement about the harmony of faith and reason. Whether intentional or not, it adds a new layer of meaning to a masterpiece. The Sistine Chapel invites us to look closer, to find the divine in the workings of the mind. Sometimes, the greatest secrets are hidden in plain sight. Deep within the Vatican, beside the Sistine Chapel, lies the Room of Tears. It's a simple space, but it marks the most emotional moment in a pope's life. After election, the new pope enters alone, facing the weight of his new role. 3 sets of white robes await him, but before he dons them, he's given a moment of solitude. The room's name comes from the tears of joy, fear, and humility that often flow here. In this space, a cardinal becomes the pope, inheriting the hopes and burdens of over 1 billion people. The Room of Tears is a place of transformation, where a man must accept a sacred responsibility. It's a reminder that behind the rituals and titles, there is a human being grappling with faith and doubt. This quiet room reveals the true heart of the Vatican. Not secrets, but humanity. The first secret of any papacy is the burden of leadership, felt in silence and tears.